Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another quick little video. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about Viper, specifically on Breeze and in Ranked. I think Viper is the easiest character to play on Breeze whilst having the most impact. So I wanted to go over some quick little fundamentals, a couple setups, and just basically share some things that I think everyone could benefit from, whether you play Viper or you don't. We'll go over some like calling, some setups, some lineups, but nothing too crazy or like cringe, I would say. Like, I'm not going to tell you how to do molly lineups. You know, go on YouTube, go on TikTok, find that yourself. I want to teach you guys the fundamentals, you know, how to really play this agent and get the most out of her. So just before we go into the actual gameplay, I want to talk about how this sort of looks strat-wise. So of course we're on Valorplant here, and this is going to be the basic sort of composition and setups you're going to be running into. So of course in this situation we are attacking. This is, I would say, the most ranked comp you could probably find. We're going to go for a Viper Cypher just because that is the strongest comp you can play on Breeze, full stop. Whether it's ranked or scrims, I think those two agents, especially Sova as well, if we want to include Sova, those three are the most important agents for Breeze. We've thrown in Arena because it's ranked. So yeah, this is how it's going to look. So when we're attacking, there's two pieces of really important util we need to look out for. That's the Cypher Trips, the Viper Bubble, the Viper Wall. If you're a caller, if you're an IGL, if you just want to win a game, you need to keep into consideration these two pieces of util because they will ruin your attack side. When we're attacking, there's a couple pieces of util that I think we should look out for. That's this Viper mid bubble. This bubble is so important because it denies information without you having to do anything. You throw this bubble at the start of every default or every round, probably not an exec because it'd be better placed on site, but if you're defaulting, throw this bubble and you will get value that you don't even realize you're getting. Because if you, let's say we're going for this setup, for example, we've got a Reyna and a Sova. One's playing tunnel and one's playing nest. Reyna, let's say she's going to go push down elbow at the start of the round. With this bubble, it denies information from double doors, nest, and tunnel. So if this bubble goes up at the start of the round, guys, they have no idea what the attackers are doing. Are they pushing mid? Are they just defaulting? Are they going B? It makes it such a big question mark that the defenders will almost want to play further back. And it just means that you can contact up and you can isolate the fight double doors. You could flash out and fight the guy's nest and elbow. So that's a really important piece of util we'll go over. This mid dart, this little pocket cubby area, in my opinion, is the most important position you can get into as a defender on Breeze. It gives you constant B audibles, but it also allows you to hold down double doors. And if, you know, you've got Sova playing here and Reyna's tucked into this position, if Sova goes, Reyna, they're pushing up elbow now. Sova can fall all the way back here and Reyna can easily walk up and kill them. But it's just a really important position. So by throwing this scan dart, it allows you to know, right, okay, there's no one in this position. If you throw it at the start of the round, you can say no one's pushed elbow. You've got really, really strong info, like in the first 10-15 seconds of the round. And the last piece of util is this cam. It seems pretty basic, but this cam denies all of mid info. You can save your dart for like a B exec or a Halls dart or an A site dart. It's completely up to you. But by you placing this cam, you basically get all of mid info, unless they catch your timing. But yeah. What I want us to quickly do now is actually head on into Valorant itself, and we're going to go over some fundamentals, I guess. So let's start with defense. I think defense is probably the best place you want to start as Viper on Breeze. So let's say we're defending B site, okay? Let's say we've got Cypher. He says, yo, Viper, can I play a first round? And you go, mate, that is completely fine with me. Do what you want. The setup we're going to go for, and one that I stand by and ranked all the time, is this setup right here. Now, I don't think many of you have probably seen this wall because it's just not that popular. It's one that I've just sort of found on the whim, or just sort of created. We'll go with that. But yeah, this wall's really strong because not only does it cut off the B main and instant B lobby info. So if you pop this up at the start of the round, they've gone, shit. You've got to walk through 1 layer, 2 layers, and 3 layers of a wall if you want to actually go in. That's a bit of a mistake, so make sure you don't do that when defending. But this sort of acts as like a miniature Viper bubble. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why would I put the wall down and not just use the bubble? Now, for me, personally, and remember, this is ranked. If it's scrims, if it's VCT, whatever you want to call it, this probably doesn't matter. But we're going to use our bubble to defend A site. So we're going to throw a cross-map bubble for A main. Now, keep in mind, the crosshair is just above this little window here. So we're going to put our crosshair here. Let's say the barriers go down in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're going to run until our crosshair hits the sky and jump throw. And this bubble, it lands all the way smack bang right there. So this is perfect because we've got Cypher playing A, we've got instant B main denial with the Viper wall, and the only place they can really go is mid. So if you're an attacker in this situation, this is really hard for you to play against, especially in ranked. If it's a scrim or if it's anything like that, you know, your IGL should hopefully know what to call. But with this, if you're an attacker, you're like, well, shit, we can't go A because Viper's there. We can't go B because his wall's there. Cypher's on one of these sites as well. What do? You're sort of forced to play for picks. Another bonus of this wall is if they do rush B, you can play back site and you can very easily just hold back here and just hold your wall. And if they do start to push, throw a molly and it forces them all the way back into this little pocket area, which is spammable from tunnel. So if you do have a teammate, you can, you know, let him know and go, yo, bro, when I put my wall up, spam ping. But yeah, that's a really strong B hold that I like to do. But to be honest, I think Viper is the best on A. I think a Cypher can hold down B site really easily. So let's just go over our A hold quickly. Now, with A, there is a couple ways you can approach this. For me, I'm not a fan of bubbling A main instantly. It does work, don't get me wrong, but I think 9 out of 10 times they just wait for your bubble to die and then they go through. What I like to do instead is I will always throw this mid wall because it will cut all of mid off and A main. So you've sort of got a miniature Viper bubble with this wall. However, it's a lot, you're giving them a lot more space to walk through. But with this wall, you can allow the instant mid denial. So if you're an attacker and you're like, well, let's take mid, the wall comes up, you can have a Reyna or a Jet pathing into this little corner here, and that's mid info for free. And like I said, remember on the Valo plant, if Sova's jump spotting this or jiggling, you know, he can say, oh, Reyna, the pushing elbow, and whoever's in this little spot can just insta-kill. But where are we putting our bubble when we're defending A? Is we're going to throw it right here. Now, why put the bubble there? For me, when I play Viper on this map, I think A site, it's so hard to hold. You know how A site goes, you get spammed, you get util dumped, it makes it really hard. So what I like to do is I like to play stairs and I like to just throw my mollies here. And if you pair that with a bubble, you're cancelling the plant so many times. They can only plant here, which is perfect. Give them the plant, and when we retake, it makes it so we can stick a lot easier. Or they can plant here. Now, with this plant spot, keep it in mind, if I'm aware that they like to plant there, I'll play here instead. You know, get someone tucked into that cubby to hold your back, and you can do the exact same strat or, you know, idea, but you can also spam close as well. So when they do put that enemy Viper wall up, that'll go like from here to here, we can still kill. So that's another really strong sort of like setup that I like to do. But I would measure it. I would personally try off with an A main wall, an A main bubble, sorry. See how that goes. If they sort of just disrespect it and instantly run through it, then maybe just go for the plant denial instead. You know, we're seeing it in so many maps now with Viper. She's so strong. You know, on Bind, the A site bubble denial, you know, the DRX one. You've got Icebox, you've got Breeze now. It's crazy. But yeah, to be honest, defense on Viper is pretty self-explanatory. There isn't any crazy walls that you can do. Of course, if we're in VCT or, you know, tier 2, we can do the mid wall for like here that allows you to instantly like path through. It's not this exact wall, but it's something along those lines where you can basically split the site in half and have an instant retake wall. But I don't think that's really worth doing in ranked, to be honest. But yeah, whatever floats your boat. And we will quickly just go over attacking, which in my opinion is the most important. That's where I think as a Viper you can get the most impact out of your agent. But just keep in mind, guys, when playing defense on Viper, you want to, because Breeze is single controller, you really want to get the most out of your utility. That's why the bubble lineups and, you know, the wall is so strong, because Breeze is such a big map. There's so many, you know, really high priority places you want to, you know, get info from. So it's important to sort of pose so many question marks map wide. So yeah, we'll go with A site quickly. Personally, I despise going A site. I think it's cringe, because you can't really do anything crazy. You'll get ranked teammates that go, guys, let's go A first round. Don't ever go 4 or 5 A main. Please. Please, guys. Don't do it. Okay? Because we all know how it goes. We go A, we run through, la-di-da-di-da-di-da, Sova darts back site, we dash out, and we get fucking spammed every time from these 3 angles, or stairs. It's not worth it. Instead, you know, throw your mid wall or whatever. Do a mid to A split. Do a hall split. Hall split is beautiful, guys. Throw the little bubble line up from here, or, you know, if you don't have it, just whack it there. Run all the way through here with Jet. Put your wall down. Open the door. Sova darts back site, and you can instantly crunch them onto site. The amount of times I have called this strat in ranked, and you'll have a Viper or a Cypher backside so hyper-fixated on A main that they won't even acknowledge the door. As soon as they check the door, they're dead. It's crazy. You can abuse this strat. It's not even a strat. I don't even know why I'm calling it a strat. But it's so basic, and you can abuse it so hard. You can get at least 4 or 5 rounds with it. Remember, if we're playing against a Viper Cypher comp, they will probably put a trip here, and they will leave it. You can abuse it so hard. But yeah, that's like a pretty basic A strat. If you want to do a B or a mid to A split, sorry, one that I like to call is, if you want, you can do, to be honest, I don't even think we need to do a nest. If you want to do a nest bubble, do something like this, where you jump through like there. Oh fuck, I missed the bubble. That wasn't intentional. Apologies. We do little bubble here, jump throw, instant, and then it should, perfect, land right here. You do it a bit further to the right. I've sort of missed off the crosshair placement there, but even then, if you do this bubble, the only info they can get is on top of here. If they want to go there, they get nothing. But you can do that. If not, save your bubble, do a little mid wall like this for the cross. You pop it up, Sova darts, double doors, nice little split like that. That is a lot better. If you want to do that, I would be more than happy to. And then you can molly back a site as you're running out, and it instantly sort of forces these players to fall back yellow, and then they're walled off or they die. But yeah, that's an the A sites, I guess, like A execs, you know, A splits, whatever. For me, as we said in the Valo plan, I think what's an important piece of util is this bubble. If we look, this is the VCT bubble. I think I saw like Marv do it. I've seen a couple of VCT players do it. You throw that. This is what I'm talking about. The mid denial of info you can get with this bubble. You're trapping your enemies into so many different places, and you're isolating so many possible fights. You know, you can allow your jet, right, okay, jet calls Sova Dart double doors for me. You pop the bubble, the door comes through, they can spam, they can just walk and take this info for free, and they're posted here then. Just remember of this angle that we talked about, the Valo plant. But for the majority of it, you sort of, I think the bubble's pretty self-explanatory. Like, look at the info it denies. Double doors, tunnel, nest, elbow, etc. So do that if you're defaulting. That's always really, really strong. And then if we're going B, remember the Cypher trips get so much value. We cannot let Cypher trips get so much value. If you're a Sova, you insta-shock the trips. Default trips, this one, and probably like here or here. Figure it out, mix it up, just throw a random shock dart and you'll probably hit something. But yeah, if we're going for a B hit, we just do this and then throw a molly for back of sight. Cypher will probably play back of sight or pillar, and if he's a psycho he'll play close left, but hopefully a Sova Dart will come and tag this wall. Keep in mind of the close camera for around here. But yeah, I think that's it, to be honest, guys. I'm sort of sped run this quick little guide, but I just wanted to get the basic sort of fundamentals into you. Because the amount of times I've played against Vipers or played with Vipers on this map and they don't know basic setups and stuff, it hurts my brain. But yeah, the only other little thing I'll say is I think if you can plant further to the left side of pillar, it's a lot stronger. Just because what you can do instead, oh, my bubble's still double doors, is you can throw your bubble in the middle, and then when you're playing after plant, it means that you can isolate quite a lot of duels, but you can also just spam mollies. I don't know how it's bounced. But yeah, you can spam mollies, and you're sort of getting two birds with one stone. Like, you're getting so much value from just a single bubble. But yeah, yeah, I think that's it. Like I said, thank you for watching this quick little video. If it's helped, please hit the like and drop a comment or something. I'm really trying to up my game with like the analytical coaching content or whatever. So if there is something you want to see, if there is any sort of agent guides, rank guides, coaching, whatever, put it in the comments, send me a tweet, do whatever you want, just let me know somehow. And I will try my best to help. But yeah, if you did like it, hit the like, hit the follow, whatever you do on YouTube. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.